Welcome everybody back to the Only Points podcast with your host Eddie Garcia. We got Alexis and we got Eddie Mercado. So welcome back, you guys. Like I said, this is we're here staying at Las Vegas again. We got a lovely place here at the Cosmopolitan with fountain views of the Bellagio. So actually, it's all thanks to Credit Jacker over here. So you want to give us a little insights into the room situation we got going on here?
Yeah, I'll give you guys a quick rundown of how we got this room and how it was made possible. So, I do want to start off a year ago with Eddie.
Yeah.
A year ago, we stayed in this room.
Not this very room.
Similar type of room.
So same Cosmopolitan, the suites.
We
correct?
have a terrace, and I managed to get a fountain view. And the way that it works is that you book it through Amex, and I have a lot of points with Amex, so I usually like to go all out. You know?
One of the very few times you should actually use the Amex portal to book a hotel, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So typically, you don't want to use your points to book directly with the portal. So let's just say Chase. Try to avoid it at all costs. Amex, you can get away with it because there's this program called the Fine Hotel and Resorts. So that's one of the cases where it is acceptable to use it because it does have a lot of perks. So one of the perks that it has is the dining credits. Some hotels will give you like $100 in dining credits. They have breakfast credits, usually $70 or so. Depends on the hotel, right?
Correct.
They give you complimentary upgrades if it's available, and most hotels usually do have some sort of upgrade available. So that's why we have the fountain view upgrade.
So you were able to check in early, correct?
That's another thing that's a perk, yeah.
Early check-in normally means that your chances increase.
Yeah, because normal check-in is what? Anywhere from like 1 to
PM.
3, 4 p.m.?
No.
Usually 3 p.m.
4 p.m.
Okay.
Not 1.
3 p.m. and after.
Sure. I mean, like, I'm so used to being...
Early access.
See,
so
because
it's normal to us.
Correct, because one thing that threw me off, or even surprised me, was in the morning, I saw my phone, and it said that you checked into this room, like, what time? Like, before 12, I think it was.
I checked in like 11:30 or so, yeah.
Dude, and I was like, the hell? What? You just stayed at another hotel. What do you mean you just check in? What the hell?
Eddie Garcia was like, what the hell? I just woke up and you're already checking
into
your hotel.
I pretty much did. Yeah, I just woke up. What the hell's going on right now? So that's again, you guys, one of the perks of being able to learn how to leverage your credit. The whole,
shebang,
the status matching, all that stuff. Which again, for me, not my cup of tea, not my domain. I just take perks because I'm associated with you guys. So again, you guys, this is amazing. So it's good to be finally back again. It's only been a week since last time we've been here.
Yes.
Yeah, about a week.
So again, we always start with some updates, you guys, and I've been saving this update for you guys. I have not what you guys are about to hear. These guys have no idea that I'm about to say this. So I wanted to get their full real reaction,
raw reaction
live. This was a crazy, probably the craziest airport experience I've ever had.
With Ale?
No. This was the last time I was here, last week.
Oh.
When you dropped me off, remember? We were like...
Yes.
So... Again, you guys, so if anybody has been here to Vegas, you guys know the airport. What is it called? Harry Reid Airport. There's multiple terminals and different sections. You have to take like the concourses to get around and stuff like that. So crazy. It's not the first time we've been like super close to missing our flight. I think the day before you almost missed your flight, but you didn't. So
I almost missed my flight.
When we were going to New York, we almost missed our flight. We had to run through traffic to get to our terminal.
We walked down a hill.
It was insane. So
hold on, I do have to put out there. I don't like that you're building so much suspense. I already want to know what this is about.
This is a long story.
He's milking it.
No, I'm definitely milking this.
You're farming for content,
bro. Big
facts.
It's gonna be funny as hell. I don't want to hype it up too much. Just it was a lengthy. Let's just say I spent a long time at the airport. Okay, right. I might as well just have called you. You would have picked me up, and then you would have dropped me back off.
Hold on. I swear, if it has to involve a previous experience.
No. Okay. So let me start, you guys. So let me give you guys what's going on. I had a flight around 11:25, and please don't mind me looking down on my phone because this is so much that happened. I gotta remember, like it's that much stuff. So
In the morning or at night?
so in morning. So
Okay.
my airplane departed to San Diego from Las Vegas at 11:25 in the morning a.m. Okay. I wake up, with not enough time. I'm rushing and packing. Eddie drops me off right at the airport. You drop me off at 10:45 a.m. So by the time I get through TSA, I get to the gate at 11:05. So 20 minutes before departure, right? And if you guys have ever flown a flight, you guys would know that you guys start boarding like 45 minutes before the flight departs. So at this point, I'm expecting to see people lined up, boarding, people, getting checked in and stuff like that. When I get there, I see the airplane on the gate, connected. I see a lobby full of people, just packed. They're just packed, right? And I see the attendant,
which normally looks nasty. When there's a bunch of people in one small portal, it looks very unsanitary.
Yeah, correct. So I see the flight attendant, like one of the attendant on the little chair booth. And she's helping people out. So I see her helping out 3 people, and I'm like, and there's no one online. The door behind her is closed. So I'm like, did they even start boarding already?
Have they? Yeah.
So I go on my Southwest app. If you guys check the Southwest app, it will tell you if it's on time, it's delayed, if they're already onboarding. So if they already...
It's real-time updates.
It's real-time updates. So I go on my Southwest app, I look at my flight, it says on time. Doesn't say that they already started boarding, right? Because if they already started boarding, it would have said now boarding.
Yes.
So I'm like, So I took everything that I saw and made the rational conclusion that they haven't started boarding yet. A little delays. That's okay. Cool. And I see, you're right. And I'm like, I'm going to go take a seat. I try to find a seat. Everything is pretty much taken. And then I find a seat open next to some lady. I go sit down and I start looking at my phone, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I start seeing people stand up and they call like, oh, flight to San Diego, start boarding, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna start, answer some DMs, some text messages, get back to clients. Well, let me just say that the seat that I picked is facing away from the gate. So I'm like looking towards where the casino slots are at. The slots are at?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't see the airplane, right? So I'm chilling. I'm waiting. Minute by minute comes by. I'm looking around. No one's getting up. Don't hear anything. I even take off my headphones just to make sure that I'm not missing any freaking announcements.
Yeah.
No. Okay, cool. I'm chilling. I'm still comfortable. 11:25 rolls around. 20 minutes go by like this. And I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, we should have already departed right now. Like, we should be departing right now. What the hell's going on? So I put my phone down, right? And I turn around. I turn around to look at the gate.
The airplane's gone.
Airplane's gone.
Oh.
Airplane's gone. The flight attendant at the booth, gone. Doors closed. I'm like, I stood up real quick and I'm just staring at the terminal. And I'm like, did I really just did this? Did I really just fucking miss my airplane? What? I was standing there like an idiot, bro. I felt so stupid, bro. I was like,
At that point, you should have just played that song by Wiz Khalifa, "See You Again." just put your hand on the glass.
Yeah, dude.
Play that song.
So
that happened.
Right. Yeah, dude. Can you just gray this album? Put rain soundtrack in the background and just like.
And then.
So I'm like, all right, cool, no worries. This happened. Shit, no worries. Okay, and I'm like laughing myself, and I go and I see I go to the next gate because they're boarding and they look busy. So I walk up there. I walk to the person like ticketing people, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm so sorry to bug you. I can't believe this just happened, but I missed my flight. I was sitting right there, did not even know that they were boarding. I missed my flight like a dumbass. What can I do?" He's like, "No worry." He laughed and he's like, he pointed at somebody else like at another booth, and he's like, "Go talk to him. He'll help you out." Thankfully, the gentleman was able to book me the next flight. He completely understood, and he was like, "Okay, no worries." Unfortunately, so the next flight to San Diego is at 1:25, 1:30ish, right?
Not bad.
Not bad.
2 hours.
However, it was fully booked, and so they
Oh.
put me on standby. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I saw my app. It updated like this. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Time to go to where?
The Centurion Lounge.
To the Centurion Lounge.
Okay.
So,
Terminal D.
yes, sir. So I start walking. I start going on my way to, and I know exactly where to go, right? Because I've been to that airport so
50
many times.
Yeah.
So many times. So I was like, okay, I know where to go. Exactly. I go to the Centurion Lounge, and for the first time, bro, I see a line outside. I'm like, oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Right. So and at this point, I'm standing in line. They check me in. Thankfully, they asked me, when are you departing? I tell them the time. Thankfully, it was within the 2 hour, limit that they have.
Right, yeah.
I check in. They had a little issue checking me in because I was like, well, I missed my flight, and then I'm standby, and I didn't have a boarding pass because when you're standby, you don't get a boarding pass. So how are you going to give? So if you guys don't know, when you check it to the Centurion Lounge, you're supposed to give them your ID, your Amex card, and your boarding pass, so they can admit you.
Yeah, that you have a verified seat on the airplane.
Correct. However, since I'm standby, I don't have one. I explained the situation. They were cool. They're like, no worries, we'll use your old one. I go in, find a seat, chilling, grab some food, grab a drink, and I'm chilling for the next hour, right? I'm chilling for an hour. I was like, cool, no worries. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. Get to just fuck off on my phone for a little bit and then go home. Well, I've never flown standby before, so I didn't really knew how to work.
Oh, you don't know the standby rules.
I don't know anything. So I don't even know. I was like, I just didn't know anything, right? So once it will start timing, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to miss this. I'm going to go there an hour before. So again, I was just chilling for the Centurion Lounge for an hour. And I was like, you know what? Let me head out. But then I started thinking, standby. I'm pretty sure there's going to be, because he's at the standby wait list. So I'm like thinking, there must be other people in front of me. Like there must be a fucking list.
Yeah.
What position am I on that list? And what is the certainty that I'm gonna get on it, right? If it was already sold out, right? So I was thinking, and what if I go and I can't get a seat, and I try to go back to the Centurion Lounge? Would they allow me back in because it's the same day? I don't know. I just didn't know, right? So I was like, let me know. You know what? I'm not gonna risk this. I'm gonna call Southwest and see what's up. So I first check on my Southwest app, and I noticed that there was a button that said your position on the wait list. I checked. I was 4th, bro.
Wow.
So that's
That's actually a lot.
So yes, and at that point, and there was a total of 6 people on the wait list. So in my mind, the flight is fully booked. I'm 4th position. So I need to hope that 5 people miss their flight, or they're not going to make it. And then I'm going to be able to get home. And then I have to get out of the Centurion Lounge, go take what is that subway train called?
The concourse.
The concourse. Yeah. And then go to the next terminal, and then wait around for an hour, get told I'm not going to be able to make it, and then have to go all the way back and change I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing all that. I called Southwest. I tell them, this is happening. Can you just tell me when is the next flight that is not fully booked, but I can just automatically just get a seat in? The next flight, 6:35 p.m.
No, that's late.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah, that's super late.
Right? It's 12 p.m. right now at this point. And they tell me 6:35. And I'm like, do I really want to spend the next 6 hours at the Centurion Lounge right now? Yes, I do. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go, right? I've never done that before. Right? Everybody has that go hack in the Centurion Lounge, stay all day, work, get free food all day.
Breakfast,
drink all
lunch,
day.
and dinner.
Yeah. So for the next 6 hours, you guys, I had multiple lunches, multiple dinners. Like every single 35 minutes, I was just getting up and getting food again.
Damn.
And desserts. And dude, I felt like a pig. I felt like a pig just eating, man. So, yeah, like I said, like I served myself lunch 3 times. It was crazy. It was amazing.
Damn.
So, but I literally just fucked around my phone. Like I answered DMs and text messages and answered my employees. But I was like, I don't want to take out my laptop, like, and get all set
you
up.
had 6 hours.
Yeah, but like I was still working. I was answering text messages, phone calls, and stuff like that. So again, so now 5:30 starts rolling around, right? Again, I don't want to miss this flight. I'm gonna go there an hour early, even if I have to wait in front of the gate in the terminal for an hour. That's cool with me. Whatever, it is what it is. So, dude, I swear I'm not making this up. This is hilarious. As soon as I'm about to get up and get my shit together, I get a text messages. I get one text message from my lovely Southwest, right?
Your flight is delayed.
My flight is delayed.
Of course it is.
Guess until when?
10 p.m.
1.5 hours later, so
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
I get a text message. Unfortunately, your flight is delayed until 8 p.m. We apologize about the blah 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 blah. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So I sat my ass back down.
Had another meal.
I had another meal, and guess what? It kept getting delayed 3 extra times.
No way.
By the time I get the last text message, my flight is at 9:30 p.m. So I'm just chilling again. Like I said, I'm like, at this point, man, I could have had an entire full days of recording, like doing all this shit. I could have just been with you the whole fucking day.
Yeah, but that's like had you known type situation.
Correct. But still, so I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Whatever. So finally, 8:30 rolls around, right? Because the flight is now scheduled for 9:30. I start getting my shit together and decided to look at the Southwest app. Since it got delayed so many times, I was like, I wonder what gate it is going to be at this time, right? So I go to the Southwest app and I go in to check on it. I don't have a flight. When you log in to Southwest,
Okay.
when you log into Southwest and you have a flight book, the first thing you see is your flight information. It's a white box and it has all your flight information.
This is when you travel Southwest a lot.
Right? Okay.
But it's perfectly fine.
So that white box was not there. It's like I haven't booked anything all day. And I was like, I started freaking out. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? I was like, what the hell is going on right now? So I was like, I need to find this flight. How do I find a flight? And thankfully, I remember taking a screenshot of the information, and the Southwest text had the flight number. Is what it said, like, hey, Southwest flight number da 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 is delayed at the, whatever. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I go on the app, I search by flight, I get that information. It still says delayed. It says it's departing 9:30, and the gate is C22.
Which is right there.
Right there, bro.
It is right
as soon as you get into the C section, it's
to the left-hand side.
It is it's on the right-hand side. It is 3 gates down because it starts at 25.
Oh, true.
So I get my shit together real quick and dip out. Like I'm like rushing. I was like, I gotta confirm this shit right now. So. And then that I have a seat, obviously. I need to confirm that I have a seat.
At that point, you almost paid Amex for all the food you ate. Here, just get me home.
Yeah, just get me home. So, right, I'm like, again, it's an hour early before departure, 8:35. I get to the gate fairly quickly since I know where it is at. And guess what I see again?
Delayed.
I see a lobby full of people. A Southwest attendant helping 3 people. And I think I see the airplane because it's already nighttime. So I'm like, I think I see the airplane right there. I was like, I book it straight to the attendant. I'm not making the same mistake again. I'm not gonna sit my ass for the next 35 minutes, and then turns out that I missed that flight too. Because at that point I would have flipped out and just called you, right? So, so I'm like, I go up to her. I say, "Excuse me, miss. Like, is this the flight to San Diego? Have you guys onboarded? Like, what's going on?" She's like, "Thank the Lord." She confirmed that it was the flight to San Diego, and they have not started boarding because it was delayed 3 times for 2 separate reasons, bro. Okay,
Which are
3 times for 2 separate reasons. Again, I got a huge relief. I was like, "Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God." That I'm not missing the flight, right? So otherwise, like I said, I would have just called you. So I'm talking to her and I tell her, so, like, what was the reason for the delays? Was it due to bad weather? The reason why I'm asking this, since I've been here in Vegas so many times, my flights have been delayed coming into Vegas or leaving Vegas because of the bad weather. Unfortunately, here there's really strong winds at times, so the strong winds doesn't allow for airplanes to land or take off. So that's why there's delays. So she confirms again that it was delayed 2 times due to bad weather, and one reason was for something else. It was grounded. All flights were grounded for this one reason. Do you guys know what that reason was?
last time there must have been a bomber in the building. I don't know.
A bomber in the building. What do you think? What's your best guess? Why would they ground all flights?
Maybe like there's the president is in the area or some sort of political figure.
Correct. The United States president was in Vegas.
Wait, no way, actually?
Yeah, so what happened was that when he landed, they grounded all flights.
Yeah.
Again, for security reasons,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's typical.
What old man?
I knew you were going to say it. So
They do that with all presidents.
Listen to this. So at this point, bro, I'm so furious, bro. I'm like, so you're fucking telling me that because of this old bastard, I missed my flight? My flight was delayed? No, I'm feeling. I don't say that.
I would have. I'm just saying.
No. This is what I said. I said, you're telling me that because of this old bastard, and at that point I stopped and we both look at each other and we start busting out laughing. And she's like, that is so funny. You're not the first person to tell me that. Everybody was super frustrated there. And everybody was frustrated that everybody was like, their flights was getting delayed because the United States president was there.
They knew Credit Jacker was there.
Again, I'm chilling. I'm actually, after everything that's been happening, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm going home. Like, why am I complaining? Like, there's nothing to complain. Like, my fucking flight is free. Like, who cares? I ate.
It wasn't free though.
$5.60. Whatever.
Oh no, I no. Yep.
So, again, I'm feeling good. I'm satisfied. You know what? Like, I'm gonna go home. No big deal. Again, I find a seat. This time, again, unfortunately, my seat was facing away from the terminal, right? But it's like I gotta wait an hour, right? It's 8:35, 8:40ish now, and the flight departs at 9:35. So cool. I was like, okay, no worries. So I just I sit down, looking away, but every fucking 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, paranoid, looking behind me, making sure nobody's boarding, and we're still good, right? So, well, you guys, 9:30 starts approaching, no one's on boarding, and I made sure. I even checked with the attendant again. No one's on boarding. I'm looking behind. The airplane's still there.
Crickets.
Not like everybody's like still waiting. People are standing around. We're just waiting to what the hell's going on. All of a sudden, bro, like an announcement comes on, comes over, and they say, everyone headed to San Diego. Hold tight. Unfortunately, we don't have a pilot.
Oh, goodness.
We don't have a pilot. And we're just waiting for a pilot to arrive. Dude, I was laughing. I busted out laughing. I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
That's some crazy laugh though, because I would have. You can either get mad or you can either laugh, and I think you picked the correct reaction.
Yep. So literally, everybody in the lobby was super tense. You can just tell, like, we were like,
everybody's trying to get back to paradise.
yeah, everybody was just like, what the fuck is going on, right? And then, dude, a few minutes go by, like 5-10 minutes go by. All of a sudden, you see this man, white shirt, black pants, with his maletas, rushing to the gate, shows up. Dude, it's the fucking pilot. And he was like, is this the flight to San Diego? And they're like, yep. And dude, everybody in the fucking gate, the entire intersection, starts clapping, goes, ah! Like, dude, we are ecstatic, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. We were so fucking excited to go home, bro. It was fucking hell. Like, we were cheering, like, yeah, when he was walking to the airport, like fucking, like he just won the Super Bowl, bro.
Everybody
like, high-fiving him and shit, bro. Like, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So finally, 10:45 p.m. I get home. I land in San Diego. 12 hours after you dropped me off, pretty much. So that was my fucking experience at the airport last time I was here.
What does it feel like to know that you were so close to Joe Byron?
Dude, I was not even thinking about that. I was like, I actually talked about somebody and they're like, how does that work? Do they just walk through the airport? I was like, there's no way. I'm pretty sure there's like back end shit.
They have to get picked up in like presidential bulletproof vehicles because of
oh yeah,
shout out to JFK.
Shout out to bro, okay, too soon, bro. Too soon.
Shot out to JFK.
Canceled.
So you basically had a 12-hour layover, but you didn't actually have a layover.
No, exactly. I had a 12-hour fucking feast meal at Centurion Lounge, bro.
I'm pretty sure you would have been perfectly fine chilling the entire time. Had you known. That's wild, though. Dude. I didn't know that they were going to, just because that person, that human being was around the vicinity.
It makes sense, though. It absolutely makes sense.
It doesn't.
It's a precedent of the United States.
Well, how does that matter? Like, nobody has to know. Nobody.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
When somebody, if you don't call attention, you're not gonna get attention. You know, that person could very well
have flown under the radar.
Yeah, flown under the radar under a completely different alias. Oh, first time I used that word.
Big boy words.
Yeah, could have flown under a different alias, and he's just another regular man. But that would have had me frustrated. I would definitely pull a.
Dude, I have not called Southwest for a.
Yeah, I would definitely call Southwest for something. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do it tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Awesome. So that is my update, you guys. That's what happened last time I was here. Besides that fun adventure I had at the airport, I don't think I've done much as an update. I kept working. I mean, it's because I can't talk about it. I there's some big things that I've been working on the back end that I can't speak about. It's a new company that I'm working on, and the few people that know about it and I explain it to them, they're mind blown about what we've been able to, what we're doing and what we've been able to accomplish. And I'm going to tell you guys this company, I highly doubt that we're not going to be hitting 7 figures to 8 figures by the end of the year. This is like insane what we're working on. Like, we're building actual enterprise value, which is like, I'm super ecstatic about. And it's something like no one in this industry is doing. So super excited about that. And besides that, there's other updates I don't want to talk about in my personal life either. You guys, I already told you guys about it. But
which we're happy.
Yeah, dude, I'm even more excited about that. To be honest with you, I might do it when that person is here.
Yep.
I might do that. So But you guys, what about you guys? Who wants to go after that?
If you want to go ahead and handle.
Well,
I heard you won your soccer game.
What?
No.
Coach Cleats worked?
No. So he just told his story about his delay, right? But last time I was here, I also had a delay. No, it was delayed. So I was here last week. We were recording the podcast, right? And I had to get out of there because my flight was literally... We stopped recording, I want to say, like at 7:10, 7:15. And my flight was taking off at 7:45. And...
Oh, big facts.
Big close call.
And that was a very close call because I had 30 minutes. And keep in mind, the doors close usually 15 minutes before. So I was really on the clock, trying to make my...
Sweating bullets.
So you guys don't realize, we had to pack all this equipment.
Sound gear, video gear, all of it.
Get in the car, drive to the airport, and drop him off. And then you still had to run to TSA. Get through that.
Oh, keep in mind that I have a lot of electronics per se, so you typically have to take them out. But thankfully, this TSA... I didn't have to take out anything.
Oh my God!
Oh, imagine. Another thing is, keep in mind. everybody said keep in mind. Keep in mind, I made a wrong turn. I had to do an extra loop-de-loop on the freeway, which was not fun.
You did do that. Yeah, I remember.
Which sucked. I was like, bro, this it can literally happen any other time, but not right now.
So I'm going through TSA, right, with all my gear. And it's heavy, right? I have to take all of this. I have my bag and I have the carry-on. It's heavy stuff.
We helped you. We helped you carry it only for you to get dropped off at the airport, and it's like figure it out on your own.
Exactly. I was on my own after. I'm going through TSA. And then once I get past the TSA security checkpoint, I have to start booking it. And I'm literally sweating bullets. I actually am. And thankfully, I make it in time. Because the flight was delayed another 5 minutes, so I had a cushion.
That's your cushion. I
had some cushion there, and I was able to make it. I think I was the last person to board, or second to last person.
Honestly, that's the most horrible feeling ever. I've been the last person to board too. I'm just like, damn, what a dumbass. And the reason why I say that,
New York, we were the very last.
Yeah, we were the last ones. The reason why I say that is because I'm just like when you're on time and you see more people coming into the airplane. I'm just like, what dumbasses? So's that dumbass. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
We've been that dumbass. Yes.
Yeah. So thankfully, I made it home. It was raining when I got home, but it was sprinkling, so I was thankful for that because if you guys know, I like to walk to my parking spot, so that usually takes me like 15 minutes, and
with gear and all that.
With gear, so it was only sprinkling, so I'm like, yes. And when I get home, it starts pouring. So I'm like, I saved it.
It was you finally made it home safe, and now we can.
God was holding his piss until you got home, bro.
Oh my God.
Everything went in my way.
There you go. So, besides horrible airport stories, how was the soccer game, bro?
So when it comes to soccer, we had 2 matches since our last updates, or since my last update. The second to last game that I played before this current update, we tied 3-3. So, I like to play goalie, right? So, for this specific game, the prior games I wasn't playing goalie. I was just playing defender, typically. And this 3-3 game, I played one half as goalie. They scored 2 on me, but honestly, one of these goals was stupid because one of the goal, some guy took a shot, it hit the post. And then it hit the other post. So then I turn around to look. And then it bounces again. But because I'm like, pretend like this is the line, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like this. It hits my arm and it goes in.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I can't believe I just got scored on like that. Such a stupid goal, right? But
so it's because you have thick arms.
So
I pushed it in.
Beefy arms. So te la metieron 2 veces.
Yeah, but not like that. Just once. Just once. And
nice and raw.
And yeah, so we ended up tying that game 3-3. We should have won, honestly, but oh well. Next game, we ended up losing 5-0.
So it's the curse of the poached cleats.
The curse.
You need to buy new ones now.
Yeah. These guys were actually good, though. They were number 2 in the league, so kind of expected, but but it still sucks, losing 5-0.
Gotcha. You guys need me, bro. I'm a beast.
We go, yeah.
I'm a beast.
We need these two beasts.
Right. Yeah, big tanking.
Yeah, so
medium-sized tank.
So that's my update for the soccer games. When it comes to other things, same old. Like,
are you dating somebody?
I'm not dating, no.
Are you seeing somebody?
Are you seeing somebody?
No, I'm not.
Oh man, you were just such in a rush to leave, bro.
Yeah,
we were surprised. I was like, only thing a man. Yeah.
I was like, this guy's probably chasing tail. This guy probably needs to get back home to a date or something.
No, that specific day now.
Not specific day. No. So you are seeing someone.
You are seeing somebody.
No, I'm not seeing anyone.
Oh, hey, this isn't planned. We didn't plan this, all right? This is just
I know.
From the tip of the mouth.
We were just both curious, bro.
Yeah.
We were like, why did he so
dip? Yeah.
Man, you had
Who's got the gorilla grip on you?
No one does.
Date with his left hand, bro. No shit.
That's awesome. My update.
That's your update. There you go. What about you, Eddie?
So as far as for me, the last time I was actually in LA was last week. The purpose for that was I went to Sean Kelly's 1M event. Met up with a couple of the homies. Super successful event. I'm always super grateful. Connected with a couple people. Met people in the e-com industry, of course. Met up with a bunch of entrepreneurs. Shout out to Elvis, which we will be hosting here at the Only Points podcast. Shout out to Lino.
Next week, I believe.
Next week, hopefully. So
I totally forgot about that, man. Why didn't I include it in my update?
Yeah, that's what we're going to say.
You can talk about it, but
yeah, So I met a couple people. My Amazon FBA mentor showed up. There was 4 of us. Oh, JB was there. He's one of the homies that's actually moving in this upcoming week with me to Las Vegas. People are relocating because they see a young, successful one leaving the state of California to make it out here in Las Vegas. Don't blame anybody, it's cool that I get to be able to say that I bring the hustle out of them, which is awesome. Follow the lead of somebody that is successful and knows what they're doing, correct? And isn't afraid to fail, isn't afraid to invest. Right, the day after I had a meeting to go look at this box truck, unfortunately, I did get sick because, of course, me being me, I showed up with a plain white t-shirt, sweats, socks and slides. It was like you were saying, it was sprinkling and it was raining. I stepped on fat puddles. I rented a cheap car. It was like $56. Of course, with Avis, since I'm Avis preferred, which is their highest status, I was granted a complimentary upgrade, which they ended up giving me the boat car. I ended up with a convertible white Mustang, which I have a lead foot, so I was obviously stepping on it. It's a very...
You became a Mustang driver. Great.
Yeah. Great.
So how many people did you run over?
0, but I ended up on the sidewalk twice. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't.
You mowed some people's lawns.
No, I did step on it, and hey, I can definitely see why people like that car.
They're fun.
They are fun cars.
They're absolutely
but
fun.
Not for me. And it's like I'm about American muscle though.
Yes,
I really am.
The car that I miss the most is not even my GTR. Is my Camaro Super Sport.
Yeah. So American muscle's cool. American muscle's chill. The following day, I was like this. I was in a trance where I needed to go see this 16-foot box truck. It turned out that somebody had picked up the vehicle, the 16-foot box truck, they took it to a mechanic to go get a diagnostic. And I was with the homie JB, of course. Well, actually, the night before, we ended up buying I ended up buying 4 pizzas.
Oh yeah.
I myself alone put one away, so that was fun.
I think I did half a box.
Yeah, I handled
Jesus
that like
Christ.
a man. So
Gordos.
Yes, thanks. The next day, I was contemplating. I was like, you know what? Flights were relatively expensive, both points and out of pocket. So the homie JB's like, why don't we just drive and I give you half of whatever it costs? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So but then of course I was like, nah, I don't really want to do that, But he said, and I'll drive, and I was like, for sure. So of course I took a nap. I took a nap for like 2.5 hours. By the time I woke up, I was like, we were already more than halfway there, and it was a beautiful drive. Wish it would have been sunny, so we could have drove with the top down, but no. The very next day, the homie was waiting for me to wake up because I was just beat, correct? Because I had an eventful day. He goes, "You'll never believe who texted me." And I was like, "I swear, if it's your ex, I don't want to hear it." Because I guess that's just, he asked me for some advice. People ask me for relationship advice because I don't deal with that kind of stuff. I always just say, don't talk to them, break up with them. I don't need that bowl of crap, correct? That's the best advice I can give you guys.
What a love doctor you are.
I mean, I'm telling you.
There you go.
Look how happy I am.
Look at all those gray hairs.
Yeah, thanks. Experience. No, so from there, he's like, no, the guy from the box truck. I was like, all right, perfect. This is destiny because they say if it comes back or something like that, then that's yours. So I told him, hey, you know what? They'll tell the guy to go ahead and hold off on it. I'll have you fly out and drive it back in. He ended up flying out the very next morning, and he drove in with my brand new. It's brand new to me. It's a 2007. It's a good starting box truck.
So may I ask you, what's the purpose of this box truck?
Yeah,
so that
excellent.
People are listening. Maybe not people don't even know what a box truck is. So explain it, why you need it. What is the purpose of it?
All right. So, I mean, a box truck is literally what the name says. So it's a box truck, and it's a 16-foot box truck, which means there's a 16-foot box in the truck. It's a moving truck, correct? It's like one of those U-Hauls. That's considered a box truck because if I say, oh, look at this Ford F-150, that's just a
pickup.
That's a pickup, correct? This is thank you. There's also dualies, which are the ones that have like two wheels in the back. So I have a dually box truck. The purpose of that is, of course, you guys know, I'm deep into Amazon FBA. It's my biggest stream of income. The beauty is we want to do everything in-house. The purpose of that is when we get pallets of inventory that come in and we have to ship it out, we have to schedule and coordinate pickups for Amazon to come pick that up. Now I'm going to start a completely brand new LLC for logistics, along with my
logistics company.
A logistics company. So I'm going to open up an LLC for a logistics company. I'm going to register my box truck under the LLC. I'm going to have my 2023 Chevy Tahoe and my 2023 Suburban for a transportation company. It's transportation or logistics, correct? If you guys don't know, it's much easier to get funding for that company as opposed to transportation, because transportation, you get hired. Logistics is guaranteed income. And that's a big gem for those of you guys listening. Now, because my Amazon FBA company is separate than my logistics company, I can legitimately coordinate pickups from one of my from my Amazon FBA pickups for my logistics company to come pick it up and deliver the same day. It's obviously cheaper. The only thing that it is going to cost me is how much am I going to spend in diesel to drive 18 miles round trip? No, it's 18 miles one way, 18 miles the other way, So now I am the plug in Las Vegas. I have a 16-foot box truck. That's also, I need to start putting ads on like Craigslist and offer up to start like a moving company. That's what it works for,
Have a VA do that for you.
100%. I'm not going to be doing it, so that's being super versatile. So that's one of my updates. Unfortunately, canceled my trip to Miami because Sean Kelly's going to have another event April 1st in a 1M event. I've been wanting to go to the ones in Miami because there's a bunch of very, very successful entrepreneurs in Miami.
Big time.
But unfortunately, it didn't work out for me.
I think people need to realize that there needs to be a balance between networking and going out and networking and getting shit done. And I think you right now you're like, you know what? I think I've done enough of the networking. I need to sit down, grind it out, do a gems, done. Just grind it out. And then once you feel like, okay, now I have new products. Because imagine if you go to the one event and then 2 weeks you go to the next event, you meet the same people, and then you tell them like, yep, I'm still doing the same shit. Like, what about correct. You? There's no update. So again, you want to come up with a fresh update, new insights, new products, new whatever, and then that way you are able, unless you still feel like you need to keep promoting your what you currently are doing. But again, it's depending on you, but like again, there needs to be a time where you're networking and a time when you're like just sitting down grinding it out.
Correct, which I will challenge. There's no such thing as too much networking, but what there is too much networking and not enough income, because you need to be able to
justify the reason why you're going to be traveling all the way over there and networking. And there must be a return on your investment.
Correct.
So if you feel like maybe this is not the right time for me to be investing my time, my resources to travel to Miami for this networking event, then maybe it's just not the right time or call for you.
Correct. And these one-time events happen once a month. So I can amply skip the one in April and go to the one in May full throttle, correct?
Absolutely.
So there's that. It's a running joke that every time I go to California, I buy an expensive toy. So last time I went in November, last time I went in October, I bought my Tahoe. I went in November, I bought my Suburban. When I flew back 2 weeks ago, I bought the walking stacker. Last week I came back and I had that 60-foot box truck. So I need to stay away from California. No, so that's a bit of my update. Yesterday was my very first day filming for my YouTube channel. It is a lot more work than I expected, but maybe it's just because I want to lay out my entire personality, exactly who I am. I'm not holding back. I'm not saying I'm not being myself right now, but because this is an educational podcast, I don't want to come off as a big clown, like this guy messes around too much, I don't want to take him serious type thing. Correct?
Correct.
Because that is probably one thing that I do best at, balancing. Probably. So.
Balancing, probably.
Probably. So that was a punchline and it was a joke. No, so there's that. And then I always bring up my babies, Stormy and Thunder. Thunder hasn't been doing too well.
No.
I'm not going to take her to the vet for another 2 to 3 days. If she keeps it up in the bad way, if she keeps it up, I'm going to have to take her to the vet, which I think she's going to be in heat because she skipped her heat in February. So I'm not necessarily looking forward to that, but I'm expecting that. Started my 6-week body transformation challenge. Worked out with the homie Credit Jacker.
We got a workout tonight,
and Jeremy. We have a workout tonight.
You guys, it's 10 p.m. at night. We've been grinding it out since early.
The whole day.
All day. And no excuses. No excuses. We're going to go to the gym after this. So.
And my stomach hurts. Honestly, we went to go get food. We went to go get fast food, junk food.
Right, just because we need to get some sustenance in our body real quick because we've been recording. And unfortunately, this guy ordered something a little too spicy for him.
It was. I ordered 3. You know what's so dumb? I read the receipt and it said medium heat habanero chicken tenders.
Interesting.
And those had me acting up.
Bro, you were like getting up, drinking water. You were desperate, bro.
I really
putting
was.
Ice in your. What did you put ice in your mouth?
Yeah, I was putting ice. And Sprite didn't help. Do you know what I heard? I actually heard that little droplets of sugar help, or sugar or salt. I think one of them.
I think it's salt.
I think it's salt. I think sugar enhances it.
Yeah, I don't know how sugar will help.
As far as everything goes, I want to go ahead and say that acquiring the box truck is now the last piece of the puzzle. I believe that I don't have to invest into anything else anymore. I have the walking stacker, which works just as well as a forklift. I have the box truck. I have the knowledge, I have the team, I have the VAs, I have the funds, I have the clients, I have everything. And now it's just like full throttle and it's time to scale.
Absolutely.
So that's me.
Awesome, dude. So that's for the updates for this week. Now, in this podcast, we're not only going to talk about money. One of the things that we really want to focus on and dive deep is into how the mentality you need to have in order to become an entrepreneur and do what we do. Or, if you ever want to be a business or an entrepreneur, there's certain guidelines that have shown, or mentality that have shown through time and time, that some of the best entrepreneurs and business owners have this sort of mentality. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. Just quick topics that we want to be able to give nuggets of value to you guys. So the very first one is, how do you view your mind, your soul, and your heart? Okay. How do you view everything about you and how you see, like when you see yourself in the mirror, who do you see?
You want me to start?
Yes, I want you to start, because these are topics that Eddie likes bringing up. Why do you bring like bringing a lot of these stuff up?
It brings out a bunch of your perception, whether there's going to be a huge difference between how you are viewed and how you view yourself.
Correct.
Because I can very well say I am the nicest person in the world because I am incredibly generous, but if I'm a complete douche, how to everybody, what does me being generous, I can be generous and a douche at the same time. That doesn't mean, you know what I mean? So it's like the Sour Patch Kids. First they're sour, then they're sweet. It's like, nah, like it doesn't, no. You know what I mean? So
back to the topic. How do you view your mind and soul?
My mind is very open. I like to listen. But, this is going to sound dumb. I'm also very closed off. I like people.
So Mercado's bipolar, you guys.
Just to put it out there. No, I'm very open-minded. My mind, I believe in abundance, and that's obvious. How I view my mind, I have my own morals and dignity, and when I believe in something, I believe in it very, very firm and strong. Now, if somebody comes in and tells me something or shares their idea, I truly respect the person that makes me change my mind. So I learned to listen, and it's
that is correct, because there's been, since I've known you, there's been times whether it was myself or other people who have said stuff that changed your decision and you act on it.
And I was like, you know what? You're actually right. So yeah, thanks for the backup. So that's my mind.
Yeah.
My soul, I'm very, very, very radiant, very pure. I don't really think I'm the one that's supposed to say that about myself, but there was, damn, I hate to bring this up.
Yeah,
but
here we go. Here's the shit talking.
No, not this one. There was one time where I went to a birthday of a person I no longer speak to. And I took a couple friends.
Okay.
And then, of course, me being me, there was one of my friends was just like laying down. She's a girl.
Okay.
She was laying down, and then she was taking over the couch, and I wanted to sit down. So I went up to her, and I just did this, right? So what she did, she lifted her legs, and then I sat down, and then she put her legs over my thighs. And then she told me, all I was doing was just caressing her shin.
Her shin. Her calves and shins.
No, her shins.
Okay.
Her shins, her calves. Yeah, whatever. The very next day, she texts me, she goes, Eddie. And I was like, nobody just texts me my name, right? And people know I don't like when people use my name against me. She goes, I was like, yeah, what's up? She goes, you are such a different person. Like, when people like say things about you, when people describe you, whenever they this, whenever they that, people talk about you, but you showed me who you were yesterday. And I was like, why? Like, we were just in a cabin. Keep in mind this, it wasn't a cabin, but it was like a lake house. And I was like, what makes you say that? And she goes, just the way you were holding my not my legs, but like not my feet, but my legs, the way you were just like massaging my shins. And I was like, she goes, I actually felt your soul present. And I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. And this was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It was in February 3 years ago. So it was 3 years and like 3 weeks, because this person's birthday is February 6th. I remember her birthday. I didn't tell her happy birthday.
So the person that you caressed her legs, or she was the birthday girl?
No.
Oh, it was just somebody else at the party. Okay, gotcha. Do you still talk to that person?
No.
Gotcha.
No, and the reason why is I don't really I'm not friends with losers. Multiple times I told this person, get one job full time as opposed to 3 part-time jobs. One full-time job is going to pay you better than 3 part-time jobs. On top of that, when you're running around like a chicken with her head cut off, right? That takes time, gas, and a lot of people don't know, but that's a huge risk when you're on the street. I don't care if you're an offensive driver. I don't care if you're a defensive driver. I don't care how good you think you are at driving.
Yep. Time on the road.
First of all, you're a woman. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Here we go. Canceled.
No, but it's like, yeah, like you need to stay off like the road, you know, like once you show up to your job site, you're there for 8 hours or your full-time shift, and then you just basically go home.
Bro, you just reminded me of a funny video I saw on TikTok or IG. It was this guy talking to a buddy saying, like, hey, Eddie, my girlfriend told me that I need to get more in touch with my feminine side. So I decided to crash the car.
Yeah.
And decided to ignore her all day long for no reason.
Yeah, basically. That's funny. So I think I covered mind, soul, body
and heart.
Body, heart. Like, no disrespect, I probably have the biggest heart here. Who would challenge that?
It's a close one, but I'll say myself.
Okay. Oh, again, we're saying this because this is how we view ourselves.
Yeah, correct.
This is how we view ourselves. So I want to say I have the biggest heart. I've only been able to say this person has a bigger heart than me about one person. Come to find out that he was very feminine. He's straight, but he was very feminine. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No. Oh.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was straight. There's a difference between having a big heart and allowing everybody to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
He was that person. And he was a yes man, you know, like he was a yes man. He was literally saying yes to everybody. And I told him multiple times.
Mm-hmm. It is one of the hardest things that you got to learn as a person to do. Because that's what I was for a really long time. And that's, to be honest with you, one of the biggest reasons why so many of my relationships failed. Because it's funny, because like women would always tell me, you're amazing, you're perfect, you're great. Obviously, nice. I'm not perfect, and there was mistakes that I've done. But at the end of the day, they told me one of the big reasons why I could have done everything I did was because you always stayed, and you were always there. You said yes. You
allowed so much to happen.
It was easy to push you around. So, and it's like, damn, I realized that, again, women want someone with standards. Well, like, if you gotta...
They want a leader.
Right. So, again, this all goes back to this topic. It's like, how do you view yourself? Then I realized that all the relationships that I have, at the end of the day, like I said, you got to take accountability for what happens in your life. And I decided, you know what, looking now back as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and somebody that takes full responsibility for their life, I got to take full responsibility for, even if it was not my fault, what they technically did. It's still my fault. Correct. Because I allowed them to do what they did. So now looking back at it, I need to learn how to have thick skin. I need to learn how to say no to people. I need to say, like, no, I do not like that. If you want to do that, go do that somewhere else, not with me, you know? So, again, it's really important why we're bringing these up is because whether it's in business or in life, you're gonna be only successful if you're happy. If you got girl problems, parent problems, whatever type of problems, and it's gonna suck you drive out of the passion that whatever you're focusing on, you guys. So again, this is why you probably stay single for such a long time, because you don't deal with that bullshit.
I really don't.
You don't. That's like one of the things we do admire about Mercado is the fact that he just doesn't allow bullshit in his life. Period.
I'll go as far as to say that I was going to date somebody when I was 22 and a half, but she had a purity ring, and this was like college, and I went like 3 months, and I was like,
you told me.
I was like, yo, like I'm on a dry spell. I'm not supposed to be on a dry spell in college. I wasn't quote unquote man enough, you know? So I said, you know what, I'm out. And just recently too, I literally thought this year, right now, I was going to be cuffed. It's March 28th.
Yep. Yeah, I was surprised too.
It was March 28th. I was gonna get cuffed. I haven't considered anybody up until I met this super gorgeous girl who was perfect in every aspect of life. And I broke it off in January.
No, late January, early February.
Yeah,
I remember.
Right before my birthday, right before Valentine's, which I don't celebrate Valentine's anyways.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
Do you even celebrate any holidays?
I do. I celebrate Christmas.
Thanksgiving?
No, I don't really care about Thanksgiving.
I thought that was your favorite holiday, no? You would think?
You would think I would feast like a beast. No, so, yeah, no, I should call her. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think about this person every once in a while, occasionally. I mean, I'm man enough to admit it, but, I mean, I live in Las Vegas, and I live...
Yeah, Eddie was out last night handling, so...
I was...
That's it.
I'm seeing a bartender, you know what I mean? Like...
There you go. Those are fun.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bartender. So
you might need to handle again tonight, no?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see
what happens.
And then body, I started my 6-week body transformation. I'm not happy, though. Actually, I am. I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. Correct. So it's actually kind of crazy because it's like I'm looking at myself in the camera, and it's like my arms do like look huge. I just had like a carb recharge, so my belly's a little full. But as we were coming to the hotel to meet up, what did I tell you? I was like, bro, guess the size of my jeans.
Right. They're smaller than I thought.
Yeah. So he said 34s. For the first time in like 3-4 years, I'm wearing 32s.
What?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
32s?
Bro, I'm telling you. Of course I love...
Ultra stretch jeans. Don't forget.
I mean, you'd be surprised I can do the splits in these things.
32 around the ankle. No.
No. Kinkles. No. No, so I'm wearing 32s by 32s, and I haven't been able to wear 32s in years, really. So suits are going to come out in the summer. Spring suits are going to come out in the summer. I feel very, very comfortable in these pants. They're obviously slim. I was perfectly fine. This is how I like to rock my pants. And still a little, I am overweight. Not a little overweight. At the end of the day, it's a yes or no. Are you overweight? Even if it's a little, the answer is yes. So yes, I'm a little overweight. I weighed 233 exactly yesterday. Goal is to weigh 215 by the end of the next 6 weeks and 5 days exactly.
I don't think I'm overweight, but I am not satisfied with my physique right now. Especially knowing that I've always been the skinny guy in the family.
All right, so perfect. I covered mind, body, soul, and what was it?
Heart.
And heart. So if you want to, go ahead. Like, so you want to start with body. So you've always been the skinny guy?
Body, I've always been the skinny guy. Dude, if you guys look into pictures of me growing up, I was like Slender Man. I was skinny as hell, you guys.
It couldn't be too windy?
Yeah, I would. Well, I was so thin, I would cut the air, bro. Like, I was aerodynamic. And then I used to have a faux hawk, so like, yeah, dude, it was crazy.
It was awesome.
So, but no, now No, I'm not fat, but it's like the skinny fat. You know, skinny like you have a little bit of belly. You don't. I can't see my six pack anymore. Belly? Not a beer belly. I don't drink beer that much, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, like is that like that look? I don't like it. It just doesn't look good. So I'm trying to like cut it down. But right now, I think mobility and building up strength and routine is my main priority. Who cares about a six pack? Right now, my focus is just more like, am I healthy? You know, being healthy, getting my sleep, taking care of my body, taking the right vitamins, eating the right things on a consistent basis. That way, whenever I have a cheat meal, I'm not stressing about it. Correct? So then once like maybe after a year, and then I truly want to like before I hit 30, I think I want to do what Mario said, like see how fucking ripped and strong I can potentially get. Which I feel like every man should at one point absolutely feel like a monster.
They should thrive for that.
They should at least one time and see how capable their body is able to become. There's that. For my heart, like I've mentioned before, I care to like I'm the type of person that just doesn't give a fuck about themselves. Clearly, I don't sleep. I don't do a lot of the stuff that I'm preaching, just because I'm just super hyper focused on taking care of others. I spoke in another podcast that there's times where I held on to a lot of employees when I didn't have work for them just because I felt bad, and that is not the right business decision to make, financially at all. You know, and but I just care so much about the people that I have in my life, and even in relationships, always put the needs of the other person first. Always sacrifice myself. Always, like when it was like the worst thing for me to possibly do, like it was always them first. And you know, and it just it sucks. And then now I'm seeing like that's why in the last podcast I said I want to become selfish. I want being selfish to be normalized, because at some point like you got to realize it's all on you, man. Like you are the only truly person that is going to make themselves happy, and it's up to you to decide, I'm going to put my needs first, and that way at the end of the day it's literally going to benefit everybody in your life that you truly love. So if you want the best for the people around you, you might as well think selfishly and just focus on yourself, because then the more you're able to focus on yourself, the more you're going to be able to grow, and the more you're going to be able to give to those you care about. So that is my heart. My soul, what do you mean exactly by soul?
Like, do you radiate? Do you have a dark soul? Do you have a bright soul?
Oh, gotcha. I don't know. What do you think you have? Like, if once you met me and now that you know me, what type of vibes do I give out? I guess
it's how you view yourself is the question. If you were like think back in the day of like those like cartoons that were like black and white. Do you when you were if you see
do yourself, I have a cloud over my head?
Yes,
fucking, okay, got it.
Bro, we are connected. Yeah. Do you have is it like a sunny day, or do you have a cloud everywhere you walk?
I think this will lead into our next topic, but I do not allow depression to get me. I feel like I'm way too blessed in my life to allow the negative thoughts to be. So for me, it's always a good day. If you wake up and you're alive, it is a great day. You know, like take advantage of it. Not that many people have the luxury to wake up the next morning. So I'm always thinking about the other side. Like I'm optimistic, right? So I don't let things get to me. I'm always in a cheerful mood. It's very hard to get me sad or depressed or even get me angry. Out of the people that know me, they probably only seen me mad once in their life. Like if you truly get to know me, you spend a lot of time with me. I think like, for example, my last relationship, they saw me pissed off twice in 3 years. Right. So it's like not often at all. So I think I'm the type of person that is always cheerful. You can always come up to me and tell me your problems. I like to listen. I like to be able to help out people. So I guess it's like,
Very radiant, bright.
Correct. And then my mind, I like to fortify it with like not having any negative thoughts. Like I mentioned this. I don't allow depression to get me. Why? Because I feel like one of the things I don't like is wasting my time. And I feel like if I get depressed and I'm just like sitting down feeling depressed and feeling sorry for myself, it's such a waste of time. Like I'm not getting anything done. Like what the hell am I doing? Like if I'm depressed because I'm not making enough money, like fuck it, suck it up and figure it out. Like let's go.
It's your fault ultimately.
Eddie, yeah, it's my fault. So let's fucking figure it out. Let's go. If something happens and I lose somebody that I truly loved and my relationship didn't go back, or what the fuck did I, maybe it just wasn't right for them. Like I should have so much self love for myself to realize that, dude, I'm amazing. Like dude, if there's a woman in my life, she is so blessed to have me, and I should feel the same way about her, right? I'm super blessed to have this person in my life, and it should be going both ways. So if they decide to leave me, cool, good luck. You know
what's funny?
What's up?
In the rare occasions that I do go on dates, they're every single time with the exception of one girl. You know this. I always pop that question.
Oh, what makes you think you're so special?
Yeah, I always pop that question. Yeah. So I always pop that question, and girls try to sell themselves to me like, oh, well, I am me. I look good. I have... Sometimes girls bring up how many followers they have. Like, that means nothing to me.
What? They actually bring that up?
Yeah, they're like, well, I have the K on Instagram.
Okay.
People are...
yada, yada, yada.
Girls are funny.
There was one girl that was extremely funny. And I was like, I'm just smiling, like I'm just smiling at her, like messing with my hands. And, she's eating her loaded fries and sipping her drink. And I was like, she goes, what? And I was like,
you're about to destroy her.
No, that's I tried. I really tried. And I was like, she goes, what? Is there something wrong? And I was like, no, I'm just, appreciating the view, She goes, no, you definitely want to do something. You want to say something. I was like, I just have a question,
Oh, boy, here we go.
But I was like, it is kind of personal. And then she goes, well, what is it? And it didn't break her spirit. It didn't. So I was like, all right, fine, perfect. And I was like, what makes you think you're so special? You know what her answer was? She goes, well, we are here, aren't I? Well, we are here, aren't we?
Damn.
I was like, I almost told her, dude, I like you already.
Dude, she pulled it out, slapped her dick on the table, bro.
Yeah,
damn.
I was like, damn. I was like, wow. I was like, and then I got to eating. I got to eating, and then she goes, what? I was like, did you not? She goes, what? Did you not like my answer? I was like, no. I really like.
Quite the opposite.
That's the very first time somebody stood that confident.
Good.
And they're like,
good for her.
But it's true though. Like
exactly.
We are here, right? And she goes,
facts.
She goes, you made time.
Big facts.
She said, you made time. It has to mean something. So she already knew.
Dude, oh my God, perfect. That is like what some women don't understand. Like this is why I really like this girl that I'm seeing, because she got that when I told her that. Like, you don't realize how much you mean to me when I decided to come to a different country and spend time with you. Like, I'm not saying I'm the biggest shit. It's just that you just don't realize how much I value my time. And there's a lot of people that don't value their time.
There's people that pay thousands just to talk to you.
Exactly. So that's amazing, bro. That's good.
Yeah, she recognized that, and it's the same one from January.
Oh, it's her?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's why no wonder you're like, she's perfect in every sense.
In every aspect of life.
Damn.
Is she the one that you were on the phone call with last night?
Oh
no.
My God, no.
No, bro. How do you not know who it is? Oh my goodness. He's not getting it.
No,
dude, we've been connecting today like
fuck. No, that's past.
Dude.
This is someone new. This is the bartender.
Oh, okay, guys.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes, it was her. No, it wasn't. It wasn't her.
God damn. But yeah, so that's me. So what about you, bro?
Yeah, so when it comes to me, let's start off with the body, right? So I think when it comes to body, I was skinnier, definitely like middle school, elementary school. I was like very, very skinny.
It's easier growing up back when you were skating with Earl Sweatshirt.
Back when I was actually skating with an Earl Sweatshirt, no cap. And I think I've told you the story that he actually broke my board. He legitimately broke my board, and he never paid me back for it. But I think I kept the broken board for a while, but I don't know where it's at anymore. So
he's famous.
Yeah, he's doing big things now. So good for him.
Calling him out.
Yeah,
he's doing big things. So I was always very skinny in elementary, middle school, all of that. But the thing is, I was never really into weightlifting or going to the gym. It was a lot of soccer for me.
Oh, so sports.
Running, track, sprints, etc. So I was very skinny. And
what's your 40-yard dash?
That's a football thing, so I couldn't tell you. I could tell you like my 100-meter.
That had to. What was
40-meter dash? No.
That's what they do for the football.
Yeah, that's for football. They don't do that for track.
They don't do that in track.
So.
Oh. But in track, I got I want to say 12-second flat on the 100-meter, which isn't that fast because other people will get like 11.5 or 11.8, 11.7, something like that.
I don't think a lot of people know how far you can run in 1 second.
Yeah, so the 100-meter, if you don't know, if you have a soccer field with the track around, the 100-meter is basically a straight line from basically with the length of one football field, roughly, right? Give or take. So I did that in 12 seconds. So I wasn't per se like the fastest on my team, but I was like, I was there, you know.
What if you would have dove like 10 yards?
Dove like the last 10 yards? Yeah. So what the people tell you, what the coaches tell you is that you need to lean forward, but
yeah.
I mean, you can dive. You know, people have done it.
Yeah, the reason why I said that is because like years ago, like 8 years ago, somebody in the Olympics did that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about?
No.
I'd be collecting stuff, but it's
you random dude. I'm the same way.
If you give me their name, like I'll probably like.
No, it was some chick in the Olympics. She did like a 40 or like 100.
Nobody
dash.
pays attention to. No,
I think I remember seeing like a clip.
No, it went viral. It was huge. It was in the news. They're like, imagine you train for 4 years or your entire life just to make it to the Olympics, only for somebody that's right next to you to run and then dive into it because. If you dive, you're projecting like speed, and it's like it's not who finishes the race first, it's who gets past. Well, it's who gets past the finish line, correct? Yeah, it's like or who hits the finish line first or something like that. And
so she could have even been behind someone and then beat them just because she
dove,
went horizontal.
Right. So
interesting.
So I was always doing a lot of track. I was a sprinter, and that's what kind of kept me skinny. Gotcha. But ever since I started weightlifting and all of that, you know.
You're a runner, you're a track star?
You always got to throw something in there. I was always skinny because of that, because I was into running, sprinting, soccer, you know, very endurance-based sports. And I got into weightlifting in college, I want to say, because I didn't do weightlifting in high school. So
you think that because you did weightlifting, you gained weight, or Capella?
No, it's just, you know, that it was kind of a different experience for me. So I did gain weight, you know, but at the same time.
How quickly? Were you? I feel like your diet stays the same, but lifting weights is the difference.
Yeah, lifting weights definitely. In the beginning, you know, you always get a lot of gains, you know,
correct.
Baby gains or whatever they call it, something like that. No, newbie gains is what they call it. So I did get a lot of that, and for me, my struggle is that I'm playing soccer. I've told you guys that I play soccer. That's very endurance based. I don't like cardio. I really don't like cardio, even though I did track, you know. But
how could you not like cardio if you play soccer?
I was just never good at cardio. Cardio was never my thing. So in track, you can do the short distance or you can do the long distance. So I was never a fan of like
the long distance ones.
The long distance. We're talking like mile, 2 mile plus ones.
Yeah.
I always sucked at them. So as I was saying, I was into sprints. I wasn't really a long distance runner.
Because of cardio.
Because of cardio. I don't like cardio, but soccer is based a lot on cardio.
But soccer's enjoyable. It's so much fun playing with the other team members, and it's a passion sport. So
correct.
It's different.
So
it's also 45 minutes. Well, it depends which.
45-minute halves, yeah. So the thing is, soccer has a good combination of like high intensity sprints, that come out of nowhere, right? You also have to do like quick turns, all of that. But you also have to combine it with endurance, because what good does it do for you if you can, like sprint faster than anyone else, but you get, tired like
in 2 seconds.
First half.
That's the cheetah right
or
there.
less.
The cheetah, right?
Yeah, correct.
Exactly. So soccer is like you have to balance all these kinds of things, because you also have to consider that you have to be strong to fight your opponent, push them to the side. Don't let them get pushed. Gotcha. Don't let yourself get pushed.
Gotcha. So for your body, and in case to wrap it up for your body, are you saying, are you happy with where you are at the moment, or are you not happy, and what are you doing about it?
It's a struggle. I want to say, we'll say it at that, because I need to find that sort of balance. Like I said, I hate cardio, but I acknowledge that I have to do cardio because it's important in soccer, especially when I'm playing these games that are 20-minute halves. But these 20-minute halves are very fast paced. We're not playing on a typical soccer pitch, the big field where it's longer time, 45-minute halves, but you don't have to run, like back and forth. So it's a struggle, but gotcha, it's something that I'm working on.
Correct.
So awesome. That's it for my body. When it comes to heart, I think like you guys, I think I do have a good heart.
You got a big ass heart for me.
Huh?
You have a big ass heart for me.
And
you might even feel sorry for me.
So I think one of the things that I want to mention is that sometimes I have too much, and Eddie was talking about it, but you need to have what were you saying? The stone, or what were you saying? Thick skin. So you do need to have thick skin. And why do I say that? Because we have a mutual friend, or had a mutual friend.
And his nickname is Mutual Friend. We don't mention people that we no longer speak to.
No, not at all.
Why this matters is because a while back,
on paper, on a contract,
a while back, I was going to help out this mutual friend, and he gave me a phone call. He explained to me what I thought sounded decent, and keep in mind, like I already had I had my own concerns and worries, but the way that he was phrasing it, it gave me a false sense of.
You're not explaining what the situation is or what's going on. So what was it?
To keep it very short, it was an investment deal for.
It was an investment opportunity
for one of his construction deals that he striked, and he needed some investors to finish this project.
Yeah, how much was he
sooner
raising?
Than
how much capital was he looking for?
He was looking for, I want to say like $200K plus, more than that, something like that.
So good.
He didn't give me a number, but like a good amount,
Right, and you invested how much?
Can you actually state that?
I can disclose, but
roughly 50.
Yeah, give or take around that,
50,000. And
give or take.
This deal was struck up when?
This was just about a year. Well, he started talking to me about it a year ago, but the first purchase it's coming up on a year. So keep in mind, that this is still ongoing.
That's a lot of interest accrued.
It is, and I'm keeping tallies of the interest accrued, all of that, and it's just a mess. Honestly, I knew this going in because construction, it's like it never gets done on time. I knew that going in, but this mutual friend kept on insisting. He kept on giving me. I want to say like sweet talking me.
Yeah. What else?
So whose fault is it? Because I have to hold on. We're boys here, but I have to shit on you because you called me and you asked me, "Do you think this is a good idea?" And I gave you my opinion. The reason why I say this is because I've said this before. He's let me borrow money, but if I say, I'm going to pay you back in 2 weeks, I'm going to pay you back in 3 weeks, it hasn't ever gone past than a month, correct?
Right, yeah.
It hasn't been past a month where I say, I need $25,000 right now. Do you have that available liquid? He'll say yes, but I show him Amazon is going to pay me out $45,000. You're going to get the second the money hits my account, I'm wiring you out.
Right, yeah.
I actually had the backup. Somebody just had a plan. But like my dad says, you're just building a sandcastle in midair. That shit's going to fall apart. You can't. Yeah. Can you build a sandcastle in midair?
No.
Magia.
Okay. That's just what I'm saying. So we hold ourselves accountable. So basically what I'm saying is it's your fault. You accepted it.
Yeah, of course. It's always going to be my fault, because I'm not going to blame him. Well, I am, but in the end, it is my fault, because...
For allowing it.
Yeah, there we go. And so that's what I basically learned, I have too much of a good heart at times, because my intention was not that, I'm going to make a lot of money on this deal, because there were better ways, like he was pitching it to me that, these credit card rewards, but like, I don't need your help. I really don't, like I already do it myself,
Yeah.
But my intention was more to help him out, because he was sweet talking to me, saying, we're going to make a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be good for all of us. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a chance. And
you know what? It's cool. I respect that you did it, because it was, let's just say it really was 50,000 flat.
Yeah.
$50,000 is really not a lot of money.
Right.
You took a big L on that 50,000. It could have been 100. It could have been 250,000, because supposedly this mutual friend had bigger deals coming up, and it's like you see on Instagram and stuff like that, like man of my word posts, always making it happen posts, and it's like you don't even try to hide it, So big heart, my boy.
Big heart, but it needs to have thicker skin for sure. But I'm learning my ways, like I'm not gonna put myself in the same situation every single time, I need to evaluate more critically situations if they were to come up again. Yeah. And that's my take on heart. Next mind? One on mind. So I think for mind,
if you want to speak about like why you went to school, well, we already spoke about why you went to school, but you're pretty intelligent. You're very, very intelligent.
For me, I think I like to train my mind a lot. I like to study things a lot. If you're watching this, I basically started learning how to like do videography, all of that. It takes time to learn. But I think for me, I like learning those things because I find value in it, because I might be able to apply it in my day-to-day,
correct,
in my businesses. So
correct.
It's just one thing, like, of course, I'm not going to do, if I can hire or an employee or a VA to do some task, that I don't need to do, of course I'll do it, but I just do like to do that because I've always found interest in being like, I want to say a jack of all trades.
Yes.
That's something that has always caught my attention.
Or have general knowledge about
general
everything.
Knowledge. You don't have to be a specialist.
That way, when something happens, you're not fucking scammed or bamboozled.
You're not caught with your pants pulled down.
Right.
Correct. So.
Because that's what I always say. The reason why I hire VAs is because I want them to do my work better than I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So in the event that, it's kind of funny how one of my VAs turned in a request, wrote me a fat paragraph. Can I please have the next 4 days off? I really like yada, yada, yada. I've been working for you for like 8 months, and if I can please get like this time off. And I'm like, you guys can take as much time as you guys want off, as long as when you guys come back, you guys are still fulfilling my same requirements,
Right.
So it's like, obviously, outsource to people that can do a better job than you. At the end of the day, you're still the boss.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. So for me, a big thing has always been jack of all trades. I don't necessarily have to be like an expert in every single one of them, but have a general knowledge. So I'm always training my mind in every single way. I sometimes, for example, I used to do Wordles a lot.
What is that?
Wordle. So it's those things where I think it's 6 letters or 5 letters. But every day, I think on Yahoo, they'll give you like a 6-letter word, and you have to figure out. You only get, I believe, 5 tries. It's been a while since I've done it, but the point is, that I'm training my mind. Like these words that I come up with, Sudoku, chess, you name it.
You play chess?
I stopped playing it because it's kind of like, it's not a waste of time, but like it
gets time consuming. You can waste a lot of time doing it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you get on the computer and then you play 1 or 2 games, and next thing you know, fucking 4 hours passes by.
You're on a losing streak, and then you want to be like, oh no, next game
I need to finish on a winning streak.
Yeah,
my last game needs to be a win.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
yeah, man. So no, I totally get it.
Like it's good for your mind, Don't get me wrong, but like, I basically I put it on the side for now.
Correct. And you gotta remove a lot of distractions out of your life.
Yeah.
To be able to focus on what you need, that what produces you money and whatever advances you to your actual goals.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's dope.
Last thing was the soul, no?
Soul, correct.
Soul, to keep it very short, I like to be good vibes only.
Big facts.
Let's just say keep it at that.
When you say a good vibes only, I can just picture you like beach shorts, shirtless, drinking a pina colada out of a pineapple under a shade.
Well, I do have the beach next to me, so...
Big facts. You don't have to flex that hard.
Yeah, but awesome.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. So, again, next topic is where we're going to all get canceled.
Hot takes only.
Hot takes only. So get ready. Get ready on your cancel. Start tweeting, you guys. Start the tweet storm.